Also this morning, after Storm Darragh, commuters face delays and disruption as the clean-up operation continues. And 'tis the season to be jolly windy. We know that. It's the front page of the Daily Star today. They're reporting that expected winds of up to 70 miles an hour from the Atlantic could cause travel chaos over the Christmas holiday period.
OK, let's move on to weather. And Storm Darragh made itself known in the capital over the weekend, didn't it? This is Heathrow over the weekend when there was a BA flight, which we'll see in just a second. A BA flight tried to land, had to give up, and then tried to land again. Yeah, it was rather windy, wasn't it? I think maybe it just took off. They could be anywhere in the world now, couldn't they? But since then, Sally, things have brightened up a bit, haven't they? Especially where you are right now.
Energy companies say the vast majority of people who lost power during Storm Darragh at the weekend have been reconnected to the grid, but thousands are still cut off. A number of railway lines are closed in Wales and the southwest of England due to fallen trees and debris, and dozens of flood warnings are in place. Chris Page reports.
In the stillness following the storm, this was the sound of normality returning. Trees have been lifted, roads unblocked, and costs counted. The owner of this car in Londonderry is thankful that nothing worse happened when a tree came down.
We're just lucky that it didn't actually hit the house with young children in there. We're in a state of shock, to be honest. It's probably only coming around now.
In Northern Ireland, the gales were some of the strongest in recent years.
Well, one of the most striking sights after Storm Darragh is here on the coast of County Antrim. Electricity generation was suspended at Ballylumford Power Station because one of the chimneys was damaged.
Across the UK, tens of thousands of homes and businesses remain without power tonight. This pub in Powys has lost trade at a particularly busy time.
It's been a really stressful situation. You know, we've easily already, if you don't even count today, we've lost easily £15,000.
And almost 40 flood warnings have stayed in place in England and Wales. In York, the River Ouse has overflowed its banks. Although the storm's over, Darragh is still causing disruption. Chris Page, BBC News.
Storm Darragh set some records, didn't it?
Yeah, certainly some weather station records in terms of wind, which we'll take a look at in just a second. But let's get a reminder of just how bad things were over this weekend. Storm Darragh arrived on Friday, whipping up the seas as these high winds, severe gales, in fact, caused damage. This was the scene in Llandudno over the weekend, damage to the pier here. And of course, it wasn't very easy for pilots landing across a number of airports, but take a look. This was Heathrow just on Sunday, actually. A failed landing here, taking off for safety. Very windy conditions still, although through Sunday the winds did tend to die down, but they were still quite breezy. In fact, at Minehead, the wind was still whipping up the sand. You wouldn't want to catch any of this in your eye, but certainly blue skies moved in once the storm had passed. But yes, definitely some record-breaking winds. Let's take a look at the top gusts that we had as we headed through the weekend. Berryhead, Devon, 96 miles per hour. That is a new record for that weather station.